to see you.
One beer after another.
You said you were going to tell me more about the Devil's former band.
You really do not waste time, do you? Anyway, only a few fellas out of the whole glorious pack survived the shitstorm, and it's not certain they are still alive. As far as I know, Matthew, Bahuta, Raniak, Janosch, and Eder survive. I only know where to find Bahuta, and maybe Matthew. But who knows?
Tell me about Bahuta first. Who is he, anyway?
Well, Bahuta, he was always in trouble. Angry as a dog and covered in bruises. He and his brother could drink all the beer in the inn. Just the two of them. Then they would make a terrible ruckus.
It sounds like you three would get along well. But you said his brother was dead.
Yes, he died right before Bahuta's eyes. Not pretty. Bahuta has been acting weird ever since. He dropped everything overnight and turned to prayer. As if he was scared of being next in line.
Did you ever see him again after they caught the devil?
Yeah, but there was no reasoning with him.
You think it'll be different now?
Look, I don't know. Maybe when he hears the devil's back, he will come to his senses. But I doubt it.
Where can I find Bahuta?
At the rectory in Grunt. He helps out with the church.
Where can I find this Bahuta?
You have a good memory. At the rectory in Grunt.
I'll go over there and try to talk him into it. There's no harm in trying.
But be careful. Bahuta was never far from giving someone a beating. Maybe he's still got that in him. It was Slavik who kept him from ending up on the gallows because of a fight. Oh, but he's already with the Lord.
Now tell me something about this Matthew fella. Someone with a name like that surely can't be all bad.
The name may be pretty, but he's as ugly as sin. You better not stare at him too much. It is not good for your stomach. He's also a damn willy bastard. People say he likes to rob on trade routes, telling his victims he's collecting tax for the king.
And where do I find him?
I hear there's someone robbing merchants on the roads near Miskovitz. That would be fitting for him. Maybe the bailiff can tell you more. It's practically happening in his yard.
What about the rest of the band? You mentioned more than one person.
Of course. That leaves Janosch, Eder, and Raniak. I don't know where they are, but I can tell you about them.
Who is this Adder? What kind of nickname is that, anyway?
Oh, that's easy. He's called Eder because he can't keep his snake in his breeches. Oh, he's Polish. He does not speak our tongue, so only Janosch can speak to him, really. But otherwise, he's a fucking hilarious. And when shit gets tough, he can really handle it.
Do you know where he could be?
I have no idea. But if you find Janosch, Eder will be nearby. The two of them are practically inseparable.
How am I supposed to communicate with Adder? I don't speak a word of Polish.
Yes, you do. We all say kurwa. You must use your hands and feet for the rest. I always manage, and so will you.
Tell me more about this Raniak.
Raniak has a great aim. Slightly better than me, even. Oh, and that bow of his. I tell you, is a masterpiece. That is how you will know it is him.
How did he get that bow?
How do you think? He won it playing dice. But that was the first and last time he ever won anything. If anyone is really unlucky, it is him. But he would not stop if you were to cut off his hands.
Excellent. Next time it'll be even better.
Do you have any idea how I could find him?
Oh, I don't know anything about him. Try asking around at inns where they play dice. It is possible he lost his hose in one of them.
Tell me about this Janos.
Janos? He's from Hungary. He speaks like a Tatar, but at least you can understand him a little, unlike Ada.
And how did he get here? Did he defect from Sigismund?
Not at all. He did something back home, had the gallows waiting for him, so he fled to Moravia. He was having the time of his life until recently. Wine, women, and song. But now he has problems because people take him for a human. But if you knew how he can cook, give him a dead rat and half a carrot, and he will cook you a 3-course dinner.
How can I recognize this Janos?
Like I said, he looks a bit like a human. He speaks almost like we do, but in a queer way, where you talk to him. You will definitely notice it.
Thanks. I'll go and look for them.
They may sound like a bunch of morons as I tell it, but they will be damn useful to us. Good luck!
Word about the price.
Sure, why not? Hi, I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Here you go. Take it. Whoa!
Ja! Go! Go! Ja!
I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullocks when it's time to sow winter grain.
Ja! Go!
Right! Listen to what I have to say!
Ja!
Whoa! Praised be Jesus Christ.
Now and forever.
Excuse me. Are you Bahuta by any chance?
That's right, I am. If you're here to right old wrongs, be my guest. God knows I deserve it.
I don't need to right any wrongs. The devil sent me to see if you would rejoin his band.
He is free, and he still hasn't learned. Anyway, tell him I'm definitely not going back to that life.
Why don't you want to go back?
I want to reform myself, to redeem myself before the Lord God, and to earn his absolution. There is no way to do that if I am with the devil.
I'd like to find the rest of the devil's pack. Do you know anything about any of them?
Just Ranyek. It has been a few days since he was here.
What did he want from you?
He was begging me for some coin. He said he had a game in Pshitoki, and that he would definitely win this time. As always.
Raniek still hasn't given up dice, eh?
That fella will never learn, and he's already lost everything. He won a really nice bow once, and he's had nothing but bad luck ever since.
Do you know where I could find him now?
Last time he told me he had a game arranged in Pshitoki. Maybe he's still there.
Thanks. Hopefully I'll find him there. I'll be on my way. I probably won't convince you anyway.
Hold on. While you're here, we can pray for the devil's soul together. God knows he needs it badly.
We can, though I don't know if it'll help anything.
Every soul can be reformed if it so desires and sincerely repents of its sins. Look at me. I used to kill, drink, spend nights with whores, but I learned that it was the wrong way, and now I'm trying to make amends.
Why all of a sudden?
Come pray with me and I'll tell you. Hey, how did you get involved with the devil anyway?
By accident. It was thanks to Jan Žižka.
So, you know Žižka too. Where from?
It's a long story. But if you came to the Devil's Den, I'll tell you all about it over a beer. Is that Slavek's grave?
You know my brother's name?
Aye. Kubienka told me about you both.
Aye, we were in the band together, but the priest was kind enough to let me bury him here.
Was that important to you?
It was. When Slavik was killed and the band broke up, I didn't know what to do. Father Havel put a roof over my head and showed me a completely different life than I had known before then. Together with my brother, I buried my past here, and vowed over his grave that I would never harm another living soul.
This is where you want to pray for the devil?
Here is where I found reconciliation and peace of mind. Where else should I pray for the devil to find his own?
Why did you decide to leave everything behind and start a new life here?
Because of my brother. I was with him in his last moments. He was completely overcome with horror. I never thought he could be so scared.
But you must have been used to seeing death.
He did not fear death, but what comes next? He knew the kind of life he had led, and everything he was responsible for. Now he's paying for it. It may be foolish, but I believe that if I reform myself before the Lord God, he might forgive Slavik too.
Don't you want to help the devil?
That's not up to me. He has to help himself. I can only pray for him.
Too bad. I was hoping I could convince you. So was the devil.
I thought you said you wanted to pray for the devil.
Oh, Aye, all right.
Yes, aye, but it's Latin, so listen carefully and repeat after me. Pater noster, qui isn't careless, sanctify cater, or no man's tomb. Adventit ad rectum to whom, fet voluminous to her, seek it, inhale it, enter her. Your turn now.
Right. Who taught you that?
I did. I can't read, but I learned it by listening to the priest.
Pater noster, qui isn't careless, sanctify cater, or no man's tomb. Adventit at rectum, to whom fate voluminous to her, seek it, inhale it, enter her.
That's right. Here's the rest of it. Panem most room. Quote, idi.
Amen.
Exactly. Amen. That's that then. A nice little prayer.
I hope the Lord will hear it. I'll let you meditate in peace here.
Wait a bit. Here, take this. You're a good man. It's a map to a place where I've stashed some things. I don't want to ever touch them again, but they might still be of use to you.
Oh, thank you. I'll look for them.
Think about what I told you. Jesus can help you too.
Always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
I reckon the harvest will be good this year.
I'd like to think so.
Good day to you.
Greetings, blacksmith. How's it going?
What can I say? It's all shit. I'm getting old, and my hammer feels heavier with every passing day. But my apprentice Matthias, on the other hand, that lad could outdo many a fancy weaponsmith. Just look at this dagger he made me. Have you ever seen such fine work?
Well, I have to say, I expected more.
What do you mean more, you bastard? Do you even know anything about smithing?
Well, I'll say. I've forged all sorts of things in my life. Daggers like that are 10 a groschen.
Know what, you master of masters? I bet my apprentice is a better blacksmith than you. What do you say?
How would a bet like that work?
You'll give me a few groschen as a deposit and forge a hunting sword. Matthias is just working on one now. And if you forge a better one, you'll get both swords and I'll give you back twice as many groschen.
And of course, you'll be the judge, right?
Well, of course. But I'll decide fairly, don't you worry.
And what if my sword isn't better?
Then you lose and I keep the groschen. What else? Am I supposed to stick them up my arse? Do you take the bet or not?
I accept. I'll knock you down a peg, and make some money while I'm at it.
You haven't won yet, Master Blacksmith. Fucking hot. How are things at home? Calm down a bit?
Aye, the celebration is over and done with. Everything's going well. I'm in fine fettle. It's almost odd how well things are going.
Oh, please. Enjoy the peace and quiet while it lasts.
See, that's what bothers me. That it ain't like this all the time.
You sure ain't easy to please.
Aye, I get a bad feeling when nothing's going wrong. Don't our learned physicians have a name for that?
I believe it's called boredom.
What? I'm not bored.
If you've got time to worry about everything that could go wrong, you're bored. And that's that. And if you're at a loose end, come round and I'll be happy to help. I've got plenty of bloody work to go around. Jesus Christ be praised.
G'day, g'day.
Just a bit more, and I'll be done.
I don't feel
Good.
much moving.
That looks finished.
Aching legs.
What do you have for sale?
Nothing to your liking, sir?
Would you repair a...
Bought a lovely new bow the other day at a great price.
What good's a bow to you, for God's sake? What a waste of money.
Didn't you hear that the king himself announced that everyone should have a good bow on hand?
Which king would that be?
I don't know exactly. But when the king commands, his subjects have to obey, don't they?
You didn't hear it from the trader who sold you the bow, by any chance?
Aye. But it was him who told me. Yeah, that'll do. Thanks.
Sharp as a razor. I'm sorry.
You're in a foul temper today, aren't you?
What do you have for... I'd like to discuss the
Well, finally. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir. Come on now.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends. Greetings to you.
Oh, good day.
I brought you the hunting sword.
Aye, I saw you work. You shouldn't hunch over the anvil so much. Your back will ache when you're as old as I am.
Right. Thanks for the advice. Can we get on with our bet?
All right, all right. Wait here. I'll go and fetch Matthias, and we'll see which one of you is the better blacksmith. Well then, let's see what you made.
Feast your eyes.
What about you, Matthias?
Here it is, Master.
Let's see here. That's impossible. Such balance. I'm sorry, Matthias, but his sword is better.
What?
Listen, lad. You're wasting your talent here. If you're ever in Kuttenberg, ask for Nicholas Crondell. He's the best armorsmith in the region. He might take you on as his apprentice.
Thanks for the advice. But where's my prize?
Here's your money.
Thank you kindly, master. And you, give me the sword.
What? Forget it. That blade of yours will fall apart any moment anyway. It may look nice, but if we're fighting with them, I'd slice you to ribbons.
Very well. If you want to get your ass kicked on top of all that, I'll be happy to oblige.
Don't get too cocky now. We'll see who'll be picking their teeth up off the ground.
Break a leg, Matthias.
These days, no one's ever really safe.
Useless! Mercy! Leave me be!
We're done here.
Did you really have to come and rub it in my face like that? I know I lost.
You may know it, but you haven't paid.
Here.
Nothing special.
I hope someone's...
That should do it. What do you have for... Let's talk about the price.
Well... Aye. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you. How's the watch going? Oh, for fuck's sake. That doesn't look good. A bit more and I'll fuck it up. All finished.
Good doggy, good boy.
Guards!
What do you need, my friend?
Would you repair a few?
So you have a weapon? Big deal. There.
You shouldn't be bothering us here. You don't have anything better to do? If you want to be outside after sunset, you need a lit torch. That's the law. Around here, you need a light after dark. Now move along.
If I'd had fresh herbs, it would have turned out better. With fresh herbs, it would have turned out better. Track!
Always welcome here, noble sir.
Do you... Are you looking at the moon? Are you looking at the moon?
How bold of you! You steal something from us!
All right, you had your chance.
Bad luck!
Quick! Quick! Ja! 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 Go!
knows what really happened.
God forbid anything bad happened to him.
Not a chance. If he's dead, then so be it.
My God.
But if he ran away,
Oh, well.
he's a bloody bastard. And I never want to see him again.
I'm sure you're right.
Yes?
Shall we spar? Who's this that chant? I'm Peter.
I'm Henry.
Forgive me.
That I am.
It's just when you say,
Well, it's just my way of saying. Besides, how did you come by such a moniker?
after a fight, want to see for your...
Let's do it.
Exact. What are we fighting for?
For money.
You're on.
That's my wage.
Ha!
Stop fooling around!
Right between the eyes! What's wrong? Don't like red?
Unbelievable!
That was a good fight.
Good. Very good. Perhaps I'll have better luck next time. Here's your wager back. Thank you. And
My respects.
you have a kind master, eh, Mutt?
Soft, gentle, and well-formed. Enough to turn even an honest man's head.
Tell it to the
But
birds.
under this pretty skin, there's a devil who only cares for trinkets and finery and thinks
May God give you health, sir.
for whoring to death. Don't think this time may be different.
I'm sorry.
Secretly in league.
My white wine. Give it a taste.
Forget about women.
Greetings. Do you need something?
What are you doing here, Goodman?
What does it look like? I'm handing out wine from my vineyard.
You're giving it away for
My vineyard is new, and so I figured I'd Pour a cask or two into them.
Free wine? I'd be a fool to say no to that.
My thoughts exactly, Goodman. Here you are. To your health. I'm curious what you'll think of it.
Well, it's not the best wine I've ever had, but it'd do at a pinch.
Forgive me, Goodman, but say no more. In vino veritas, and the truth in my wine is that I'm a fool, an idiot whose wife is cuckolding him, whose children can't stand him, and even the dog pisses in his boots every morning. And my wine tastes like dog piss as well. I never should have bought that damned vineyard. If it wasn't for those fucking monks selling their wine everywhere they can, I might have a chance. Not like this.
Is there anything I could do to help you?
With the dog pissing in my boots? Well, I'm not sure. I tried sticking his snout in it, putting pepper in my boots, and nothing worked. Piss in my boots again the next morning.
I meant your business troubles.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe you could. If you're not from around here, that is.
No, I'm not.
Allow me to introduce myself. Caspar Rudolph, vineyard owner and a not very successful wine seller.
I'm Henry.
Maybe you could help me, Henry. I'm looking for someone who's not well known in Kuttenberg. Someone who can pretend to be someone else, if you know what I mean.
Sure, why not? If all you need is someone folk won't recognize.
The monks in Setlet's monastery make excellent wine. They call it the monastery secret. People can't get enough of it, and I can't figure out what their secret is. But I intend to find out.
A secret? Well, just the job for me. I'm a bit of an expert when it comes to secrets hidden in monasteries.
The custodian of the monastery vineyard has a relative in town, an innkeeper called Havel. And this Havel is a real know-it-all when it comes to wine. He really likes to boast about it. If you were to pose as a sommelier who's just come back from abroad, I'm sure he'd be happy to talk to you, and maybe he'll reveal something.
That won't be a problem. I've drunk so much wine I know all about it.
Excellent. But I also have this clever book all about wine by Buschek of Velhartitze. I'm sure you'll learn a thing or two from it.
The book might come in handy.
When I said
What's the truth?
The book belongs to me. Miss Adleta Manlica should have it. I lent it to her during our... let's call it... which has come to it.
Didn't you say you're married?
What has that to do with anything?
Oh, I'm sure your wife wouldn't mind if you asked an old girlfriend to return a book you lent her.
Oh dear. Adleta used to have rather more friends than might be expected of a respectable young woman. But her family's patience ran out, so they arranged her marriage and put an end to her dalliances. Since then, Adleta has been confined to her room and guarded like the crown jewels.
And you want me to break in?
Well, yes. Master Swordsmith Mannlicher has a house in Lethlilskar Street. Adleta is either locked in her room or walks in the gardens behind the Italian court, where she is guarded by her brother. The Mannlichers don't want any more problems.
It doesn't matter.
Great!
I'll get right on it.
Excellent. And don't forget, you look like you can handle it. Take care. The taste is full and intoxicating. The smell... of a summer evening and the color of the most precious... Christ!
My humble respects.
After all, I've got the best wares.
Let's talk about the price.
I'm done. glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Just think.
Welcome,
sorry.
good man. I'll be... Greetings.
What do you...
I hope you find what you're looking for next time, good sir.
Huh?
All right. This is already sharp.
A little bit more. May God give you health, sir.
Greetings, sir.
Excuse me, but...
Oh, what times we live in. This wouldn't have happened doing that. But no, my friend. I used to be the High Scribe here.
And what do you do now?
Yes, it certainly is. Nevertheless, I spent...
Here in Kuttenberg?
And why not? Is it forbidden, perchance?
No. I just thought...
Certainly, but we are living in revolutionary times, and as I say, let us learn humility and live in the truth of God.
If you were a high scribe, you probably lived your entire life here in Kuttenberg, haven't you?
Oh, not at all. I was fortunate enough to have traveled the world over and to have served several bishops. In fact, I was also a notary for our good Emperor Charles. May God give him eternal glory. I have only recently returned here to the city, for I have an important and very difficult task here.
And what is your task?
Actually, that's correct. But I'm not interested in the extraction methods, but
Perhaps.
In short, I'm perceptive to the legal...
Something like a mine...
Yes and no. I would like to complete the work entrusted to me by the councillors of... If I succeed...
If you succeed.
Nothing is ever certain. And this town surrounding me,
Tell me, what was King Charles like? I've heard he was a powerful and just ruler.
Yes. He was smart enough to surround himself with capable people. You can tell how wise a man is by looking at... And Emperor Charles of Luxembourg, he sought to maintain the status quo and consolidate the power of the church as his greatest ally. And that was his biggest mistake.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
That the end justifies the means, and the church became quite rich thanks to Charles. Monasteries and bishops have acquired huge estates, and the nobility and the burghers are green with envy. Mark my words, this will not end well. There will soon be another war.
It's not like the current one is over.
Compared to what is coming, this is a mere shoving match. Believe me, when the church gets involved, the struggle for the very soul of every man will begin. God be with you, sir.
I need to eat.
But of course. And for how long?
I need to stay.
I'll give you my best room, sir.
All right then. Here's your.
Agreed then. The room. Your bed's ready.
I hear you like to play.
What game would...
Let's play like.
Let's play.
Maybe you're not playing for the first time, but you can't beat me. Maybe you should have saved it. It's yours. Ha ha! If I threw like that, I wouldn't play at all. My God, I'm done.
God bless you, sir.
You silly doggy. If you think it'll help you. These ones here. Finished. Your turn. Aye, that'll do. These ones here. If I was you, I'd take it.
My God, what's taking so long?
Aye, that'll do. These ones here. Damn it!
Hey, innkeeper, that beer!
Money, money, money. It's all mine.
You're always welcome.
Schenkwert, ich habe Hunger. To a good harvest. Hallo, Bedienung, ein Bier bitte.
Henry!
Hey, my lovely. Zizka told me you found something out about Liechtenstein.
If only just Liechtenstein. I've only been here a couple of days, but I seem to know everything about this city and its sinful people. And about the Pope, the second Pope, Sigismund, Wenceslas, about the sickness of old men, the desires of young men, who I sometimes have to beat off with a stick. Simply everything. The tavern seems to be the fount of all knowledge.
Well, working in a tavern can't be easy for a woman like you.
What do you mean, a woman like me?
A beautiful woman. Does anyone harass you? Just say the word and I'll take care of it.
Ah, don't you worry, love. I can take care of myself.
But anyway, about Liechtenstein. Anything new?
Well, there might be something. One of the girls I talked to told me her sweetheart frequents some nasty alehouse. And one of the regulars there recently started buying drinks for the whole house. Which is suspicious, because this fella is practically a beggar. Goatskin, they call him. They asked him where he got the coin, and he boasted that he was spying for some rich lord.
All right. That sounds promising.
Of course, it doesn't have to be Liechtenstein, but there can't be that many rich men who pay spies. And we have to start somewhere.
That's true. And you've spoken to this goatskin fella?
Not yet. I was rather hoping you'd do it. That grubby alehouse is a bit too wild even for me.
That's saying something. Well, trying to get sense out of drunken wretches is quite a skill of mine. Does this place have a name?
I'm not sure if it's a name, but the locals call it the Hole in the Wall.
I see the owner's got a sense of humour.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's a joke. You'll find it in Hot Prink. There's no other alehouse in that quarter.
So goatskin in the hole in the wall. I reckon I remember that. I'll go and check it out.
Before you go, I wanted to ask. Nobody ever told me why we're actually looking for this Liechtenstein fella.
He might know where they're holding Capon.
I'm sure lots of people might know that.
But Liechtenstein's on our side. At least I hope he still is. You never know these days.
But who is he? And why is he in Kuttenberg?
He's a young noble from Jobst's council. His family have domains in Moravia and Lower Austria. He's here to gather information about the enemy for Jobst. And judging by how important it was for Istvan to find out where he is, he's a real thorn in their side. And they're out to get him.
So we're getting involved in noble men's schemes again. That means trouble.
I'll do my best not to get us mixed up in all that.
Sure you will. But it can't be helped. There's a war on, and we have to fight. Watch out for yourself, Henry. I have a bad feeling about that district.
You're not the only one.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
You have no...
Grüß dich.
I'd like to go into the gardens.
I'm afraid my sister is resting.
That's a very fine sword you have, Goodman.
And so it should be. It was made by my father, a master swordsmith.
Well, you can tell it's perfectly balanced at first glance. I may not be able to see the blade, but the way the hilt is fitted is clearly the work of a master craftsman.
It seems you know your stuff, good man.
I'm an apprentice swordsmith.
For someone from Kuttenberg? I'm surprised I haven't seen you before.
No, my master is Martin Menschy from Prague. We're just traveling north. My master wants to deliver a piece in person.
You don't say! Master Menschy is in Kuttenberg? Do you think I could talk to him? I admire his work, and so does my father.
Of course. Come to the Hangman's Halter Tavern. My master will be pleased to have company.
Thanks! If you want to enter the gardens, go ahead. Just keep away from my sister. My father has forbidden her to speak to men.
Don't worry. I'll give you my word as a swordsmith.
Tschüss, mein Freund.
Are you Miss Adletta?
That's me. And what is your name, you handsome fellow?
Henry.
A nice name. But I have to warn you, I won't be a miss for much longer. Seeing you here makes me regret that a little, though.
The pleasure's all mine. I'm here on behalf of Caspar Rudolph. It's about the book he lent you.
Caspar? Oh, the poor thing got a proper hiding from my father. How is he?
His vineyards aren't bringing in much, and he's generally not doing too well. That's why I'm here, in fact. Bushek's book may not be the most precious manuscript in the world, but it'll help Caspar.
When we were friends, he gifted me that book. There was no mention of it being on loan, and now he wants it back all of a sudden?
What if we became friends, and you gave me the book?
You're taking a big risk, good man. My father could have your tongue cut out for that kind of talk. He's not too keen on my friends.
That doesn't bother me.
But it's not that easy to become a friend of mine. First, you need to impress me somehow.
My wits are somewhat addled in your presence. How could I impress you?
Why not give me a flower as a token of your love? You see that garland? It doesn't go with my dress. It needs a little something extra.
I could manage that.
Hurry up then. Off you go, gardener.
Brought you something to add.
Well? didn't make much of an effort. I want...
Oh. I brought you something to...
Well? Oh, they're lovely.
How about a kiss?
Here, now? In broad daylight?
Why not? We're alone here.
That's what you think. I don't want to...
So you...
If the circumstances were different, who...
I'd like to take...
Of course.
I have the book, so I'll be off.
Farewell, Henry.
You're
My
always
humble
welcome
respect.
here, noble sir.
Quality goods, the finest wares.
Parsley, fresh vegetables.
Do your shopping here and you're in the clear.
Are we going to have gruel again tonight?
Aye, of course.
Pavel, the owner of the local inn?
That I am.
When I asked where I should go in this city...
You've come to the right place.
Very far, Goodman. I'm Henry, and I rarely hear my name spoken in my native tongue.
Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Saxony, Bavaria, and so on. The German states, basically.
Wonderful! It's not often I get the chance to talk to someone so well-traveled. It'd be nice to have someone to discuss the drink of kings with.
An invitation I can't refuse. Thank you.
Well, good man, how shall we begin our tasting? Ah, I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
So, what do you say to that?
Hints of vanilla. That's uncommon. And I have to say, that greenish spring colour is perfect.
You're right. A rare flavour and colour tone. It's essentially a lighter wine. I like it because it's suitable for many occasions. When I don't know what to serve, I pull out a Moravian white. My father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm giving him a few casks to make his old age a little merrier.
Well, this doesn't seem too bad.
That's very kind of you.
There's nothing but misers in this town. They wouldn't think twice about taking their own mother's last piece of bread. I'm not like that. Do I have money? Of course. But I don't hoard it. I try to make people around me happy.
And you're treating me to this wine. You're a real Samaritan, like it says in the Bible. You give drink to the thirsty.
Anyway, let's have a cup of something else.
My thoughts exactly.
What shall we... Ah, I know. Let's have some red. How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria? Or as we call it in Bohemia, Blue Frankovka.
From you, Goodman, anything. Pour away.
Quite a decent vintage.
No, sorry.
Oof. Rather bitter.
Bitter, yes. But it is a young wine.
All right, but the colour. It's not blue at all. More of a purple. That doesn't seem right.
It's not supposed to be blue. The name is a reference to it not being as red as other wines. It's more a play on words.
Ah, forgive me. I've never heard of such a wine.
Don't worry. Nobody knows everything. Except for my wife. You said you spent time in the German lands. What wine do the local connoisseurs rate highest?
Service is kind of slow today.
Anything from the Steinberger vineyard in Eberbach Abbey. It's the largest vineyard in the Holy Empire. It's admirable how they have everything so organized, precise, and measured. Truly a joy to behold.
Yes, yes. The monastic brothers know what they're doing. I can confirm that. I have something from the local monastery as well. We should taste it. Well then, let's move on to the next one. After all that quality stuff, let's refresh ourselves with something simpler. Would you like a Hippocras?
Certainly. The better ones will go straight to our heads. And I'll admit, I do like it from time to time.
Nothing to be ashamed of. It's not easy to make a good Hippocras. Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
I don't know.
Of course it is.
In that case,
It's not that difficult. Doesn't it seem a bit bland?
Ginger. It's missing ginger.
But of course. The cook told me they didn't have any at the market. You have a refined tongue, good man. I'll give you that. After that Hippocras, we should have something more high class. I've got a rare Hungarian wine from Eger. Very strong and very sweet.
Bring it on. This is no time for weak wine.
My thoughts exactly. So what do you think? Good, isn't it?
Very good.
For a wine expert, you don't talk much, eh? Ha!
Well, it's not easy, Goodman. You pour me such excellent wines with such overwhelming tastes that I'm at a loss for words.
I drank this particular wine from Eger at a Hungarian government, Hungarian wine, and Hungarian delicacies. I was so looking forward to enjoying some nice Hungarian sausages or pate, but I ended up leaving disappointed.
How so?
They started bringing out melons, apples, plums, and all sorts of other fruit. And finally, they served fish. I don't eat fish, and fruit makes me burp. So I went hungry at a feast.
I'm sorry you're disappointed, but I think they chose the food well.
Really?
I have to refer to Galen and his wisdom. Fish and fruit are foods with a cold essence. For that reason, they should all be balanced out with a warm wine, which this exquisite Hungarian surely is, because it's sweet and strong.
Very well. The fish, I can understand. It lives in the water. But fruit ripens in the sun. Why is it considered cold?
Well, it's not so much about the sun. According to Galen, fruit is cold by nature, because blood has never flowed through it.
Thanks for the explanation. I've heard these rules before, but nobody explained them as well as you just did. No, forget Galen. I'd still rather have a nice duck patty with my red.
But of course. The main thing is what suits your palate, Goodman.
Well, that's Hungary checked off the list. What's next?
How about something local? I noticed there were vineyards in Kuttenberg.
But of course, we have vineyards and grapes from Burgundy that Emperor Charles himself had brought in. The local vintners grow some fine grapes, but they're still learning everything that comes after that. The local stuff gets diluted a lot. They flavor it with all sorts of shit. Or leave it for vinegar.
Don't tell me you don't have a drop of anything local that would be worth trying.
Well, there's the monastery secret. A wine from the Sedlets Monastery. My cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard.
Ah. Why is it called secret?
Taste it, and you'll see.
Interesting. There's no trace of any flavour that shouldn't be there. Neither honey nor spices. Just the pure taste of wine. But there is something to it. Something I don't recognise.
That's it, good man.
Is that the secret?
Exactly. The monks add a secret ingredient to the wine.
A secret ingredient? How do you know that?
Like I said, my cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard, and I handle their supply. Sometimes I bring food for the workers, new barrels, tools and the like. And from time to time, I bring them a sealed crate which smells peculiar. Jerome didn't want to tell me what's in it, but when I insisted, he told me it's some kind of incense they burn in the barrels.
Really? I've never heard of such a thing.
Neither have I. But like I said, the chest was sealed and the whole thing is shrouded in secrecy.
A real monastery secret? What should we drink next?
I'm glad you like my wine. But that's enough tasting for today. After all, I've offered you everything worth trying, and now the wine is starting to go to my head. But you're welcome to stay in my tavern as long as you like. I have to say, I really enjoyed our chat. It's rare to meet someone who really understands wine.
I enjoyed your company a lot too. Nevertheless, I won't keep you, Goodman, and I'll bid you farewell.
Farewell, and if you decide to extend your stay in Kuttenberg, stop by for a drink again.
Definitely. God be with you.
It's filthy again.
Damn it!
Fresh butter.
That is Casper's red. God bless you, sir.
I spoke to Havel.
And?
Good.
And what did he say?
It took a while, but in the end...
What?
He may have been drunk, but he was telling the truth.
Right, and here's a... But now I need you to look into it. We'll have to take a look in the vineyard and take...
Me.
Of course I mean you.
I'll do it, but it's a risky thing to do. What's more, it's the monastery's vineyard, and I don't want to end up on the wrong side of the church.
All right. I'll give you more, but I want you to know you're bleeding me dry as is.
I'm the one likely to actually bleed. Now tell me where to look. The vineyard is pretty big.
It's big, true. But there's a vineyard house right in the middle. The custodian lives there, as well as the workers, and it's also where all the supplies are stored. Besides, there's also a side garden where they grow new varieties of grapes. If you could manage to bring me a few seedlings, they could greatly help my own vineyard.
Where exactly is the vineyard?
A short way to the north of town. It's pretty large, you can't miss it.
How do I get in? Isn't it guarded?
The simplest thing would be to get hired as a labourer. There'll be lots of work there now that it's summer.
What if they catch me?
You have to be careful. The vineyard is closely guarded, especially at night, and thieves are punished very severely. Don't get caught.
I'm on it then.
Good luck, and take care, Henry. By the way, what about the business with the Manlikas? Did you manage to get hold of the book by Bouchek?
Yes, Miss...
Ah, thanks very much. Take care. The taste... is full and intoxicating. The smell of a summer evening and the color of the most...
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. Excuse me.
I apologize.
My respects.
Are you hiring?
Us? Always. But don't be fooled. It's hard work. Days spent bent over in the sun. It's not for everybody. But you'll get a few groschen, something to eat, and a place to lay your head.
That sounds good.
I'll tell you tomorrow. For now, go and speak to the custodian, Jerome. He'll tell you what to do. Any questions?
I'll be going then.
All right, run a...
Don't worry.
I have to say that, because we do... And now you know everything. Farewell, my friend.